Thank you. And thank you all for tuning in and listening to the show. It's the Ignite Your Purpose podcast, episode 77 today. 77. Man, these numbers are rolling by so quickly. Another late show tonight. I've been out at an incredible presentation. Tell you about that another time. Max is doing his thing, Canada style. But we thought we would roll on from yesterday's gratitude conversation and talk about affirmations, how we can formulate a better place in our minds. So, Max, do you want to whistle ahead, or do you want me to go?
I'll give everybody a perfect example that you can all relate to, I hope. Now, this doesn't have to do with just affirmations. It has to deal with how we speak to ourselves and then how important affirmations are. I was on a grueling training test today for like a competition that's coming up. So it involved numerous exercises and mass runs in between. All right. And when we got to those runs, my mind started thinking very negatively. Like, oh my God, this is hard. I can't do this. My body started slumping over. I was fatigued. And immediately I started seeing how I was talking to myself. That, my God, I want to stop. I just want to give up. Right away, I was just like, no way, man. Look, the sun is shining. You're breathing fresh air. You're getting better. Let's get that proper position ready. Let's get those hips forward. And then, bit by bit, step by step, the pain started to hurt a little less. I felt more energized. And overall, my thought process wasn't negative. It was very much more just happy to be alive and happy to be doing what I was doing, right?
Yeah, rather than focusing in on the bit that was sore, the bits that hurt, the bits you didn't want to do, you actually thought about the good things,
Exactly.
Aren't I fortunate to be able to do this?
Exactly. And then, so the way I want to relate that to an affirmation is simple. Instead of me, right? And you can go and study this. We do this in Sotos and all the time. We take the science that's out there and all the technological advancements that are out there, and we, John and I have talked about the water formalizations from Dr. M. I can't pronounce his name. These things are truth, right? The Japanese doctor. So if I just continue to focus on the negative, I would have given up sooner or later, right? I've just been like, this is too hard, da-da-da-da-da. It's the positive. So every morning when I wake up, I'm sure as John does, I start off with the simplest thing. Thank you, universe, or you want to say God, or you want to say Allah, Buddha, whatever the hell you want to thank. Yep, Krishna, all the deities, whatever. I just say, I wake up and I'm like, wow, I'm awake again. Thank you. Because when you realize some of us, we may never wake up, right? So we woke up. Step one, thank you. That very instant, I'm in a place of gratitude. Yeah. John?
Well, it's interesting. Max was just saying about he woke up, I've woken up. And one could say, well, what we say to you guys and girls and people and dogs and animals and clowns and aliens is, this is how we choose to live our life. This is right for me. What Max done is right for him, but it may not be right for you. But if you're into it, come on in and have a look under the hood, and we will. Animals climbing over my desk, and we will share our experience. But this is how we choose to live, and I believe I'm a good example of a human being, and I'm kind to myself and kind to other people and nice. So if you're interested, check us out now. An affirmation is something that's either verbalized or said within your mind, and typically it's a positive statement to myself. So for a long time I said, today is going to be an awesome day, and I would say that out loud to myself in a mirror, in a room, every single day. And for quite some time, I just didn't believe it. I thought it was bullshit. Even the tone of my voice was flat. But it's like affirmations. We start affirmations and we see no results. It's like going to the gym and wanting to turn from Mr. Bean to Tony Robbins in less than 3 weeks. Ain't gonna fucking happen. It's about going
Not gonna happen.
and progressing. And gradually, bit by bit, you've got a bit more tone in your voice, there's a bit more belief in it. And you create this alignment between what you're saying and what you're thinking and how you're behaving, your actions, between what you want and then rather than what you don't want. So you create this affirmation, you say it over and over and over again to what you want, rather than having an affirmation about, I don't like this, I'll never be fit, I'll never be healthy, I'll never sleep. The more you talk about those negative connotations, the more you'll go towards the negative. The more you talk about the positive, the more you'll drift towards the positive. And we've mentioned this before on many shows before. We might be able to put a link in somewhere. It's about neuroplasticity. We know we can change the shit that goes on inside our mind, but it doesn't happen overnight. I'm not going to go do 20 press-ups for a week and look like the monster that is Tony Robbins. It ain't going to happen. That's mine. But if I do the 10 press-ups today, 10 press-ups tomorrow, 10 press-ups the day after that, then 11, then 12, then 13, then 14, you'll progressively get there. That's going to come on to another show. We're going to talk about a British guy, one of Britain's most wanted criminals, double life sentence, in prison. And within prison, he found his fitness, he found some challenge, some solace within sport, went on to break rowing records, went on to be a Ironman spotlight. Like, incredible story. We'll talk about that this week. So that's what's been.
Let me back you up right there, John, with some scientific data or whatever data. I don't care what it is. But for those neurons to change, so after an affirmation, we need something like, we'll say 27 to 33 days of consistent practice, consistent repetition to make that, whatever that wiring was, this one right here, go to this one, right? It takes that much repetition for that, whatever that electronic rewiring to happen, all right? So it's like John said, I'm not going to start Monday and be like, hey man, I'm a long distance runner, so today I'm going to run to, the east coast of Canada. Like, let's be realistic, you know what I mean? It's not going to happen. You're going to start with a block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks, a kilometer, a mile, however it works, right? So back to affirmations though. I know John's been doing it. I know I've been doing it. And you know what? There is a point when you start that you're just like, what the hell, man? Whatever. But my affirmations over the last 10 years have changed, right? They started out with simple I'm thank yous, and I still do those in a place of gratitude and appreciation, to now saying things like, I welcome an abundance from the universe. Go on and on. It could be whatever you want. I want a bigger bicep. I want whatever it is. Try it. Stick with it for a month. I've been doing it 10 years now. I believe in it. I believe in the science. I believe in how good it makes me feel. And I believe and love the space it puts me in, headspace wise. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, and the more we do it, the more we change the slight nuance to a particular affirmation, the more neural connections we make. So then when we get older and potentially our brain starts losing its functionality, you might lose one neuron, but if there's 1,000 different other ones connected to that memory or that belief or that habit or that action, we're going to keep our cognition longer. The more we've got the cognition, the more we remember to behave and act in a certain way that will create not necessarily longevity, but a longevity in our health, be that mental, physical, spiritual, emotional. And we'll talk about this stuff all day and all night. And you might think it's woo-woo, but all this shit's connected, man. And you break through to nutrition and you go all sorts of stuff. You might start in environmentalism, and it's everything's connected to everything. If we open our mind, have some patience and believe, and that's it from me. Good night.
Mic drop. One more thing, John. Just when we're speaking woo-woo, because a lot of people always come up to me and say, hey Massimo, have you seen The Secret? Dude, there's some truth to The Secret. Don't get me twisted, but I'm not just gonna say, please bless me, and sit on my couch and say, please, with an affirmation saying, please bless me with $100 million tomorrow. And I can say that every day, all day. If I continue to sit on my couch and I do not meet the universe halfway at some point, meaning I put in work, like John said, biceps, like I said, running, eating, going to school to learn more, it won't happen. Those affirmations put you in a perfect alignment state with whatever it is you're working towards. You, we have to put in that work, man. It is that simple. That's my mic drop.
Great words, mic drop, and out. Thank you for listening. We appreciate you, and we will see you in the morning. Good night.